Christmas Eve. Today is 24th December 2025. The eve to Christmas, the day before Christmas. The whole atmosphere is Christmassy. Everybody's excited about Christmas. The birth of the Savior, the birth of Jesus Christ. You're welcome to ABC in the morning, live on ABC News GH with me, ABENA MANTE. Thank you so much for joining us this morning here on the show. I'm so excited. I can assume you're also excited. People are really going at the Christmas shopping as early as 5 a.m. As early as 5 a.m. Or should I even say as late as 5 a.m. today? Oh, you should have seen how bustling Accra was looking, Accra Central. And I was like, wow, people are really making sales. People are scrambling to do their last minute shopping so that tomorrow they can enjoy. You're welcome to ABC in the morning. I'm so excited. Christmas comes with happiness. Christmas comes with gratitude. It comes with the joy. It comes with reconnecting with our families, with our friends, with our loved ones, getting in touch with them, telling them how much we love them, enjoying the gift of the season, the moment. I am particularly excited about Christmas. I hope you are too. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on ABC in the morning. The show is live on Facebook. It's also live on YouTube. The channel is ABC News GH on YouTube. The page on Facebook, ABC News GH. And so even if you're leaving home, you can join us on the show. There are some of you who are already on break. I like that for you. I'm excited that you're on break and you're enjoying yourself. Well, today we have a lot for you on the show and we'll be discussing it all. On our front story, we'll look at the situation in Accra, the heat in the congestion, and we've seen that the Ghana National Fire Service has been on hand spraying some cool water so that it can calm temperatures. Well, the National Fire Service, this year has been a very busy year for you. We thank you for your service to Mother Ghana. Thank you so much. Always being on hand at places when situations arise. Thank you so much, the Ghana National Fire Service. We thank you and we appreciate the work that you do in the country. So this morning we'll talk to AMA and find out what AMA is doing, because it doesn't look like the congestion is lessening or it won't be intensified. If anything, I'm sure up until the end of the year it would have intensified. Well, let's have some conversations with AMA on our front story today. And our main discussion today, we'll take it easy, away from the politics, and look at counting our blessings. You know, so many times we focus on the negatives, we focus on the adverse things that happen to us. We forget that we should also take stock of our lives. And if we did take stock, we would realize that some good things happen for us. Sometimes we are too bent on what next to forget to live in the moment, to realize that the moment is that prayer, is the answer to the prayer you've been praying so many years, so many months, so many days, so many weeks. And so today we'll look at this, we'll look at the year. I mean, we are not going to shy away from how tough the year has been. We'll look at it. We'll see how we can heal from some of the traumas that we have had to endure, count our blessings, and look forward with renewed hope to 2026. Because indeed, I have a lot of hope for 2026. I don't know about you, but if I were you, I would say that join ABENA MANTE in having hope for 2026. And because of that, I'll remind you what I always remind you when I come on the show, that keep faith and hope alive. Very important commodities and success in this life. The troubles may come, the storms may rage, the situation may be tough, so tough you may not be able to comprehend. But one thing remains sure: hope and faith. When you have something to anchor yourself to, you're always secure, you're always sure that things will fall in place. And that's what I'll tell you every day. You should keep your head up, regardless of the situation around you, regardless of how the situation, how murky it's looking, how bleak it is. Keep your head up. It's very, very important. You know, nobody is going to be your biggest or loudest cheerleader as you would yourself. I always tell my friends, even when I'm down, I'm gassing myself up, because I live in perpetual hope and anticipation that it gets better. That's how I choose to live. And so I hope that in all the things that are happening, you also choose to look on the brighter side of life. I like to see the glass as half full. That's how I like to see it, as half full rather than half empty. And so yes, keep hope and faith alive. And please, do not relent in your pursuit of happiness. Your happiness is important. Very, very important, my brother. Very important, my sister. Your happiness, it's non-negotiable. Nothing should take away your happiness. No situation should suck it out of you, should siphon it out of you. Happiness is very important. That's what helps you to even see the light when it is pitch black. To squint your eyes so small that you can see a tiny dot or speck of light, and then it tells you that there's something waiting for me. And so please, do not relent in your pursuit of happiness. No matter how long it takes, it will surely happen. Well, the word of God tells us that though it may tarry, wait for it, it will surely come. And so that is what I do. Though it may tarry, I will wait for it because it will surely come. We'll have these conversations here today on ABC in the morning. And as usual, we'll also bring you the latest in the world of sports. The 2025 AFCON is ongoing in Morocco. Ghana is not there. Every day I wake up and I said that, oh, Ghana, you should have been at the AFCON. But well, the sports team will bring us for all that is happening, the goals and all. I chanced upon the Nigerian match. I think in the 51st minute, Nigeria was leading 2-1. I did not go back to see how the game ended. So I'll be waiting for the sports team to let us know how that game ended and all the other games that were played yesterday. And I will open the phone lines for you. When I open the phone lines for you, I will be giving you opportunity to send your best wishes to your friends, your family, your loved ones. You also will have your say on the conversations we will be having today. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be joyous. I feel it's the year is coming to an end. What more can we do than be grateful? We can only be grateful for how far the year has come. This is ABC in the morning. A special thank you to the production and technical team for putting together today's show. Special shout outs to my producer, Samuel Nimabo. Special shout outs to him and everybody on the team. As the year is coming to an end, when we open the phone lines, I would also open the phone lines for myself and send special shout outs to my team. I cannot be grateful enough for them. Such a wonderful and amazing team. That should remind you that from now, you should start saying thank you to your friends, your family, your loved ones for carrying you through the year. They've done an amazing job having today. Well, we have all of these for you here on ABC in the morning. Right after this break, we begin with our front story. Stay with us.
Pepper and onion, a delicious tomato mix with tomato, pepper and onion. No grinding, no blending. Ya yenina da da da. So pa mediane no abin. Come on, Gino, do your magic. And papa no kunu abefi.
Tasty magic.
Gino Magic Pepper and Onion. The magic that brings them home.
This advert is FDA approved.
Rent back with the Pia Come on, come see you. Hey, wait, this guy. My friend, see before.
It's the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Win cash daily, weekly, and a grand prize of 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Just reload or buy a bundle with Telecel Cash to earn points and stand a chance to win big. Dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt-in and start winning in the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
When is campaign? Sister Manoko. If you're a baby, many schedule no. If you know, meto etiaka. Inti ene, uno ba no mpe baby amobeda. Oh no abeka. You did too much money. No matter.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Imagine a sport without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your chief data guy on the Talking Point. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Winning, easy. You know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. You're still watching ABC in the morning. It's time for our front story this morning, and we're going to the AMA, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, concerning the congestion in the central market. I'm sure you've come across some videos. We'll show you some on your screens very soon, where Accra is choked. I can attest to it because in the past week or two, I've gone to Accra a couple of times, and boy, the number of people, I was like, wow. I had some errands to run, and I told myself, this week is a week I would not be running errands in Accra. Nope, because if what I saw last week and the week before was anything to go by, then this week was going to be of a higher magnitude. It was going to be worse. And indeed, when I looked at the videos, I realized it was worse. The human traffic, the vehicular traffic, that was wild, as we would say. And it was just difficult maneuvering. You wanted to enter into a shop, and you really had to you have to position yourself such that you could, the heat. And so if you did not take care, you would feel very, very faint. Last year, it was reported that a baby died the baby was at their mother's back whilst she was navigating this whole human traffic, and the heat got to the baby and the baby died. This year the traffic is same. It's the same, and it's been wild. We've seen the Ghana National Fire Service on hand spraying some water to cool pedestrians down, shoppers down. But wow, when you go to Accra, right, there's a place called Ghana House. Ghana House is literally opposite the fire service station in Accra Central. And even the fire service station in front of it, wow. I wish I could explain to you how it looked like. There are sellers who have moved into the roads. Now sellers are selling in the road because everybody is running a sales of some sorts. And so they've moved their wares into the road. As for the AMA's red line zone, is out of the way. You can't even see any red line. No red line exists at the moment. Sellers have moved into the road. Those selling fabrics have displayed them on the road, and they are like what would say it. They are doing donkomi. It is donkomi at the moment, and they are selling. You see on your screens, people are buying, so they are standing to buy. They are in the way of cars. They are in the way of other human beings. They are in the way of kayaye. And you think about these kayaye who are carrying very huge loads on their heads, and they need to maneuver their way out of this congestion. The men who are pulling the truck pushers, same for them. And then now the cars that are using the road as well. People are buying fabric, others are buying hair to go braid, buying shoes. It's just very congested, and this is Accra. If you look through other places, you'd realize that there's congestion too. Go to La Paz. La Paz is really known for going to get a vehicle and all, but you see the congestion. The sellers have also moved into the road, and so it's serious. What is the AMA doing about this situation at this point? That's the conversation we'll be having. We're looking forward to speaking with the AMA very, very soon to ask them. We know they had put in place the red line. The red line was supposed to ease congestion. What are they doing about this situation? On Monday, when we spoke with the National Road Safety Authority, they mentioned that during Christmas or periods like this, sellers are sometimes given the opportunity to sell in the road, and so the road is repurposed for them. And so where a lane that would have been for a car, the sellers would be giving that. But this time it's not just roads for cars. Even pedestrian walkways have been taken over. Pedestrian walkways have been taken over. There's nowhere to pass. The pedestrians do not have anywhere to walk. Honestly, this morning, someone I know sent me a video as early as about 5 a.m. A video from Accra, that was around Tudu. And if you looked at the people in Tudu as early as 5 a.m., the women who were ringing their bell for Donkomi, if it wasn't that the skies were dark and so everywhere looked dark, honestly, you would have thought it were morning. And that was as early as 5 a.m. As early as 5 a.m. Very, very, very interesting. People want to buy. They need to stock up because tomorrow is 25th and 26th. It would be very unlikely that many would want to leave home because they would want to spend it with their children, spend it with their family. Tomorrow being 25th, a lot of people will be going for convention, church convention. They would want to look good. They would want their children to look good. Sunday is climax for convention for many people, or Christmas Sunday. They would want to look good, and so they'll be making their final purchases before the weekend. Saturday is Boxing Day. They have things to share to their friends and families. And so many are in town doing last minute buying their baskets, buying their rice in bulk, their oil in bulk, their corned beef in bulk, tomatoes in bulk, everything in bulk. And so they want to buy before the weekend. You know that a lot of people also have work, and so these few days before Christmas is when many of them are getting off work. They are getting the opportunity to get off work, and so all of these come together to bring about the congestion. People are doing last minute fabric shopping. Fabric they'll be sharing to their in-laws, to their friends, fabric to sew and all. And so it all adds up to the traffic situation. There are parents who are not even going to buy anything for themselves. It's all for their children, because Christmas is for the children. And so the question is, AMA, all of these things we are seeing, is it a lack of preparation on the side of the AMA? Because let me tell you one thing. I was in town sometime last week, and then one of these women who sells along the road, I was being hassled by two men. They were not in uniform, but they were collecting toll from her. No receipt inside, nothing. Then the woman said, "Oh, Papa, sisi ana me buy Africa na me ton." The man too said, "Me ferry pa, but can bra me ferry pa. When you say baby, I will ton adi na see a juice cup to it." Papa, I just came here. I have not started selling, and so I'm unable to pay my toll for today. The man said that, "I respect you so much. That's why I'm not hassling you so much. Pay the money." You know, I was quite interested. So I was looking at the whole conversation. She was selling along the street. We had conversations with AMA. AMA says that nobody should sell along the streets. But you see, people now feel it is legitimized, because if you come and take toll from me, then you are obviously telling me that this space is mine. I pay there, I sell there, so I have to pay. And if I pay, I feel entitled to selling there. Is that why we are seeing all that we are seeing? In front of Cocoa Board, yes, the Cocoa Board office in Accra Central at CMB, there were women who had crossed the certain line, and in front of me I saw a security man, I don't know which of the offices on that stretch he works for, caning the women, the hawkers who were selling there, for standing there. And I was like, wow, why are you doing this? But you see, it's Christmas, and so many people, the numbers I saw there were more than the regular numbers that normally sell along those streets. So it looks like everybody has come in to sell. Those whose kids are back from school have brought their kids in to help them. And so maybe if she was selling at one small spot, she's given her kids some to move ahead to sell. When you go to Accra, it's very normal. The shops that sell inside the shopping malls will tell their workers, they know that it's going to be congested. And so the number of people who would come inside, for some, they would see the numbers and they would give up. And so whoever they see selling along the road, if the person has what they have, quickly they'll buy from them. And so they'll tell their workers, so if they had 5 workers, they'll tell about 2 of them, take a few of everything we have, or the things on sale, take them outside, secure a spot for yourself, and ring a bell. That is don't call me, and sell at very less cost. And so you're seeing that a lot. You go to China Mall, it's there a lot. The women and men who sell in there have brought some of their wares outside and are selling on reduction sales or don't call me. That's what we are seeing. And so the traffic is a lot. Roads that would have taken you about 10 minutes to use, it's taking about 1 hour, and there's no exaggeration. Enter any of the big shops, the big supermarkets, and see how the queues are long. The queues are long, very, very long, extremely long. You need to have the time. You can't say, oh, I'll be back in the next 30 minutes. It's not true. You won't be back in 30 minutes. You won't be back. Look at the little girl whose mom is trying to secure her. Oh God, this is quite worrying. And so every year we see this happening. This is nothing new to us. This is nothing new to anybody who goes to this is nothing new for anybody who's gone to Accra. And so is it that AMA forgets to anticipate all of these things? Does AMA forget to anticipate all of these things? That's why we keep seeing it happen. Or things could be better. Or things could be better. Because I wish that it will be better than we are seeing it, honestly. I hope it will be better. We are looking forward to speaking with the PRO of AMA. We are still trying to get in touch with him to find out what more AMA will be doing. What more AMA will be doing on this matter or on this situation. What's more AMA will be doing on this situation. We look forward to speaking with them very, very soon. Speaking with them very, very soon. But just watch your screens and see how it's looking. Is it really something? I think this is very stressful, honestly. Honest to God, it is stressful. I told myself that as much as it depended on me, I'll try not to go to Accra this week. And wow, I mean, someone is carrying a fridge. Look at the head porters, the kayaye, and the things on their head. Wow. At this time, when you go to Accra, there's a high probability you're not going to get even network to do anything. And indeed, you enter into a place and the network is jammed. No calls, no internet connection or internet service. And this is the period where you see a lot of people going to town, and then they'll quickly enter a shop as if they are going to make an inquiry. No, they are not making an inquiry. It's too warm, and so they'll enter a shop so they can cool down. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy to traverse Accra Central at this time. But you can't blame them. People have work, and so they can't go to town at any time. So the short period they get for break, they take advantage of it. Need to do last minute shopping, especially for their children. Mothers, fathers in town. Oh, this is serious. It's really serious. But it's everywhere. Accra Central. You know how huge Accra Central is, and you know the numbers from where we call Tema Station all the way to Makola Market to CMB to Kantamanto. Everywhere is just choked. So choked. If you were walking on the stretch from the Rollins Park all the way to the fire service to Tudu, it's a road. When AMA was doing the decongestion, we reported from that stretch. I can tell you that if you were walking, it will take you some 30 minutes to walk. But if you're in a bus, the bus is going to go at a snail's pace. I know that some cars, that is the stretch they use. The huge long buses going to Kaneshi, that's their stretch. And you see the snail pace at which they're going, because look, the buses are flanked by human beings, and the drivers need to go at an extremely slow pace. You do not want to risk running over anybody. So the drivers are now competing with human beings and competing with the people selling. The women selling food produce are there. Those selling utensils are there. Those selling bags, handbags. Oh, they've taken over the road. Those selling handbags have taken over the road, I'm telling you. Those selling fabrics have moved their fabrics from their shops into the road. And this is just one stretch. Now you get towards the Tudu area, and that is where you'd find many of the jeans, the t-shirts, and the already made clothes, as we would call them. And the hawkers are in the road. And at that Tudu stretch, there's a huge station in there. Station for people going to Sogakope, going to Ho, going to Dabala, traveling anywhere, especially those going towards the Volta region. That is where their station is. And they're also coming out. The drivers are coming out. Oh boy, it's something else. Now you get onto the main Tudu road going towards AMA office itself. And that is also very, very choked. There's a small STC station there. The women and men selling along the stretch is choked. The abochi, as we would call them, who are changing money on the black market, are also there. It's very, very choked. And now you turn towards the Accra Technical University, whether you're using their back gate or their front gate, it's also choked. Go towards the Tudu to CMB, it's also choked. You get on the CMB road, that is ridiculously choked, all the way towards the Cocoa Board building, also very, very choked, where the Medical and Dental Council offices are very choked. And so that's nowhere in Accra that is not. And so when it's about 1 p.m., 2 p.m. and you want to get a car, it's either you start walking to Circle to get a car, or even at Circle, you cannot be sure because it's choked. And so the drivers are taking exorbitant fares. They are determining the route they will be using. And so they tell you, if you sit in their buses, be ready to get down at a route they have prescribed. And what can you do than to join? Because if you don't take care, you're going to spend your whole life in Accra, your whole day there. Meanwhile, you decided that this was going to be a very short trip. I would go and then I would be back. And I'll be back real quick. But how is it going? How is it going? How is it looking like? But that is how it is. We've been trying to call the AMA PRO. Unfortunately, we are unable to establish contact with them. Unfortunately, we are unable to establish contact with them. Well, but we will do well to establish contact and speak with them. We'll do well to establish contact and speak with them soon. We have the PRO of AMA joining us, Gilbert Nyankra. Mr. Ankra, good morning and Merry Christmas in advance.
Good morning, my sister. On behalf of Mayor Honorable Michael Papaloti, we want to say Merry Christmas to your cherished viewers as well.
Thank you. We've been trying to establish contact. We are glad we've finally gotten through to you. Gilbert, the situation in Accra is very worrying. The heat, the human traffic, the vehicular traffic. Every year we see this. Did AMA not prepare itself for this year's occurrence?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Of course, as an assembly, we anticipated the number of people coming into the city for business. If you look at our transient population and the residential population itself is quite huge. So, of course, as an assembly, measures were put in place to ensure that at least we'll be able to minimize any form of eventualities with respect to disasters, loss of lives or even properties. The Mayor, Honorable Michael Papalote, has consistently been moving around the city to ensure that the issues of public safety is adhered to. So measures were being put in place. But of course, we also appreciate the fact that population is still increasing, and each and every time people would want to come into the city center to do business. And for that matter, some of these things may happen. But as a city, consistently, we're moving out. We have our guards, the mayor himself. Yesterday, for instance, the mayor, together with the Minister for Trade and Agribusiness, were in the city center to monitor situation with respect to congestion, speak to the people on behalf of President His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and to ensure that the issues of public safety is quite high. We appreciate the fact that business is booming. So as a city, mayor has ensured that certain parts of the central business district are specifically designated for trading activities. And as a result, we have only trading activities within those very areas. But it's quite unfortunate that that incident happened, and we want to use this opportunity to thank the fire service for responding quickly and ensuring that at least there wasn't any loss of life.
This situation about market people moving their wares into the roads during the Christmas to drive sales is one that has been persistent. If you walk through Accra, there's no road or no pavement that market people have not taken over. Is it that the whole direction or instruction about red lines were not taken? It did not sink deep with the people?
Of course, if you look at the season in which we find ourselves in, and this is as a result of precedents, as a city, just as I said, we appreciate the fact that the markets are not there enough. And that is why, if you look, the mayor, Honorable Michael Papalote, recently visited the Slough market, for instance, has given the contractor by January to ensure that works are done so that traders will move in. Hopefully by March, it should be completed. Additional sheds and stores are being added to the current project to ensure that we will be able to accommodate more of the traders. He has also given the contractor some assurance that if work is done as scheduled, the London market project would also be given. So generally, to be able to deal with this situation, let me state that government is putting in a lot of resources, a lot of efforts, measures to ensure that we develop the markets that we have. Yesterday, for instance, when Mayor was with the Trade Minister at the Mokola market, assurance were given that if you look at currently the architecture with respect to the commercial properties that we have within the Mokola market, they are all not, they are single-story buildings. And so we are looking at, from next year, expanding more of these markets that we have to be able to accommodate the traders. With respect to the red line policy not being adhered to, of course, we appreciate, just as I said, we appreciate the fact that within this season, business is booming. As a city, we've been able to sustain this decongestion exercise since it started in March all the way. And for that matter, the traders themselves, they know that immediately after this season, they wouldn't have to come back to even part of the pavement that they are occupying now. But generally, I can assure you that with measures being put in place to ensure that we expand the markets that we have, recently, for instance, during a courtesy call by the regional minister, Honorable Linda Oklu, together with the mayor of Accra, Honorable Michael Papalote, we had the government chair coming out to even present a blueprint on how to redevelop the entire Agbebulushi market to be able to accommodate a lot more people. And we are looking over 100,000 of people getting into the market too. So there is a plan to ensure that we redevelop the markets. And I can assure you that in the coming years, we will not be experiencing some of these issues.
Okay, in the coming years, we'll not be experiencing some of these issues. There are some suggestions that we have some open spaces where we could utilize for special occasions like these, so that for those who may be selling clothes, we know that clothes are some of the things that really, during this period, a lot of people want to buy clothes, fabrics, shoes, and the like. We could make use of these open places so that the congestion reduces. Has this come to your attention as an assembly?
Yes, if you look at currently the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, our jurisdictional background, of course, for us, that is why Mayor Honorable Michael Kpakpalute has ensured that some areas within the Central Business District are designated for trading activities within this particular enclave. In as much as we, let me say, appreciate the fact that our sister assemblies must also move in to ensure that the satellite markets that are within those particular areas are also developed and made vibrant, so that residents or people don't move in to even come to the Central Business District just to buy maybe a shoe. Because if we have some of these markets being developed, it will go a long way to encourage people to go there. That particular measures are being put in place, and we are quite hopeful that with assurance from government, President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a lot more of these markets, these satellite markets that we have, will be developed, so that at least people within those areas would also move in to these markets than coming all the way to the Central Business District. Of course, during this time around, within our zones, the open spaces are not that enough, let me put it that way. That is why we, as a city, have designated some specific areas to ensure that there is trading activities. And let me use this opportunity to also state that yesterday, for instance, as an assembly, we issued a press release stating that the assembly is not going to bed during this Christmas festivities. Mayor Honorable Michael Kpakpalute has activated our 24-hour cleaning, security services, and throughout the entire Christmas festivities, the assembly is going to work. So if you come into the business center and you are engaging in any form of trading activities, of course, expect that we will have our revenue collectors coming in to take our 2 cedi daily tolls from you, so far as you are embarking on any business. And this is going to run throughout the Saturday, the Sunday, and throughout the entire holiday and festive season.
Well, Gilbert, since you bring in tolls, I was in Accra myself. I chanced upon some men collecting tolls from some of these traders. However, they were not in uniform. These were just persons clad in usual wears like I was. And so how do the traders identify that these are persons coming for tolls? And it wasn't a very pleasant one. They were requesting a toll from a woman who said that she had come not long ago, and so she had not yet made so much sales, and so she would want to pay after a while. They were not too pleased about it, and so for the women working in our markets, or the men, all those selling, how do they identify that these persons are from AMA? Or if myself as someone who's gone to the market and I see somebody hustling a trader for toll, how do I identify that this person is from the Accra Metropolitan Assembly?
Okay, first and foremost, all our revenue collectors have ID cards. So aside the reflector that you see them on, they also have ID cards. And on these ID cards, you can scan the ID cards. It takes you directly to the AMA's website, where there is a database identifying all of them. Aside that, we also give them receipts. And on the receipts, it's quite clear that there are some security features the market women know, that these are people coming from the assembly. Of course, we've had reports where some will say they just came, just as you are saying, and all that. But for us as a city, we appreciate. And the daily tolls that we take from them is 2 cedis. So if you come the market, and then you know that so far as you are in the market or you be coming into the market within these 5 days, you are supposed to pay 2 cedi daily tolls. Of course, you should make provisions for some of these levies, because they are static levies that are paid, and that will go a long way to help in dealing with some of these things. But generally, we have our revenue collectors appreciating that concern, and we have most of the time get them moving away and then coming back to collect the tools. And so far, let me state that the new commission-based system that the Mayor, Honorable Michael Kpakpaloti, has introduced has gone a long way to help in raising more of these revenues and these collections for the Assembly for developmental activities. That's notwithstanding, as a city, we also utilizing some digital forms of payment. So we have the traders themselves using their phones to dial the short code *225#, and then you would have prompt getting you to pay whatever you would have to pay with respect to tolls to the Assembly. So there are various forms that with time they will be able to appreciate it more, and then ensure that they pay, so that together we'll use some of these funds to deal with issues of sanitation, issues of other developmental agendas of the Assembly.
All right. So, Gilbert, in this very short term, what is AMA doing to ease the congestion? People are still going to go into town. Today's 24th. I cannot imagine the numbers. As early as 5 a.m., Accra was already bustling. And so, what are some of the stopgap measures in there to deal with this situation? Do you have ambulances on standby to help with those who may feel faint, those who may be struck by the heat that is in the system? What are the things you have put in place to deal with the situation we are facing?
Okay, so currently, let me state that the Metro Security Council has been engaging on how to deal with some of these issues, and that is why we had the quick response from the fire service on that very day, ensuring that some of these heat-related issues are dealt with. Aside that, of course, the ambulance services within the metro is also on standby. All other health institutions within the Assembly are also on the alert to ensure that some of these things immediately they occur, they deal with it. But we also have, just as I said, we've activated our 24-hour emergency services as an Assembly, and through that, even sanitation is working 24-hour. Our securities services, tax force are working 24-hour to ensure that in case of any eventuality, we move in to deal with it. We also have the police supporting with daily patrols day and night to ensure that within these areas, immediately there are issues, quickly we could be able to respond to them. That notwithstanding, we also ensuring that some of these areas where we've designated for trading activities will be strictly designated for trading activities. We don't really have vehicles moving in to congest the area. Yes, we appreciate the fact that the population is really increasing, and we know that with some of these measures, it would go a long way to help to prevent some of these eventualities as a result of the congestion.
Christmas, do we go back to our red line operation?
Yes, we'll definitely go back to our red line operation, and Mayor Honorable Michael Kpakpaloti said that yesterday during the working visit together with the Trade Minister, made the traders aware that immediately after the Christmas festivities, immediately after we are done in January, we will move in to ensure that things are put in place. And they appreciate the fact that, of course, as an Assembly, we've been able to sustain the decongestion exercise over the entire period, and this time around they are coming in to do business because of the Christmas festivities, and immediately they will move out into their various areas to continue their trading activities.
Well, Gilbert, I'd like to bring to your attention the filth situation within our market too. When you enter Accra, the gutters are chilled. You can visibly see how filled with filth the gutters are looking like. When you get to the intersection at Tudu, the road that leads towards Circle comes all the way back to Rollins Park or is going towards CMB, you can smell the filth. It seems to look like that place is now a refuse dump. The ground is so soaked. You can see how dirty it is. What is AMA doing about this situation? We cannot continue living like that. Our mothers, our fathers who sell in the markets with this kind of filth.
I beg to differ, but currently if you move to these particular areas, you wouldn't find heaps of refuse in the city. Of course not. Consistently, we ensuring that immediately the waste coming, we do the collection. And now what we are normally experiencing is the issue of littering. And yesterday, for instance, the mayor even had to compel some of the traders to ensure that they clean their various environs. And it has to do with litters, people drinking pure water, dumping it and all that. But as a city, consistently we've been moving in to ensure that we do the cleaning in the city, and you would not find any heaps of refuse gathered over the entire period or during the day in the city center. Aside that, with respect to the desilting of the drains, if you would follow our social media handles, just Monday, for instance, we began the desilting of drains along the Professor John Evans at Mills High Street, and we're moving all the way to the Haas Park enclave. And this is not only within that particular enclave, within the entire areas of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Maybe let me use this opportunity to briefly state exactly the boundaries of the AMA. So when we are looking at AMA now, we are looking at the main central business district, part of Gamashin enclave, that is Ashedu Keteke itself. And then we have Udokarakwe South, where we are looking at communities such as Bubuashin, Kanishin, North Industrial Area, and its environs. Then we come to Ablekuma South, where we are looking at Kolibu, Mamplobi, Choko, Pat Kamara, and its environs. So currently, these are the areas of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and we are doing the silting works. Even as I speak to you, if you go to the Professor John Evans at Mills High Street, just as I said, the silting is ongoing now. If you go to areas within Okakwe South, within the Mukuse area, we are doing the silting. So with the desilting works, it is something that is ongoing, and we are not waiting for the rains to come before we do the desilting. Okay. But as residents, we also have a responsibility to play, and that is where it goes a long way to complement whatever we are doing as a city. Because if we continue to do the cleaning and residents also continue to dump indiscriminately into drains and all that, it goes a long way to compound the issue. So together, let us cooperate with the assemblies, and not only the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, all our sister assemblies that we have. Let all residents, let us all cooperate and ensure that we desist from dumping indiscriminately, littering and all that. And I can assure you that with measures being put in place by government, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will go a long way to deal with a lot more of these issues of
well, Gilbert, thank you so much for your time this morning. And Merry Christmas to you and AME again.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Gilbert. Well, Gilbert, did you want to add something?
Yes, I just wanted to add something briefly and to use this opportunity to also state that as an assembly, Mayor Honorable Michael Pakoloti is currently leading a task force to ensure that drivers comply with approved fares, and will be coming out. So if you are a driver, we want to urge you to desist from charging unapproved fares charge approves first, and if you don't and you are caught, I can assure you that the law is going to deal with you.
All right, Gilbert. Thank you so much. Gilbert Niankra is the PRO for the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. He's outlined all that the MA is doing in this season, especially with the congestion in Accra and drivers. The Mayor is leading a task force to ensure that you charge approved fares. And so we hope that you comply with that. That's all for our front story. After this break, we'll have conversations about looking into the future, counting our blessings for 2025. Stay with us.
To do my wedding jollof.
Oh, Kwame. You know our secret, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, me. I've got it.
Now add your Gino jollof mix.
The perfect blend of tomatoes, pepper, and fine herbs and spices to ensure a consistent taste every time. And there you have it, your original Ghana jollof.
Jollof so good.
Jollof so good. Tasty near.
What is going on here?
Enjoy jollof the Ghana way. Gino jollof is made with a perfect blend of tomatoes, pepper, and fine herbs and spices to ensure a consistent taste every time.
This
advert is FDA approved.
Wild. New releases dropping, artists blowing up, moments going crazy on the timeline. Don't worry, we've got you.
We put the highlights, the date, the event, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
back. It's time for the main discussion. If I tell you that I've been looking forward to the main discussion segment, will you believe me? Well, you should. I know I always say that Ghana Speaks is my favorite part of the show, but today I'm expecting that the conversation we have today will speak to me. So today I'm putting myself before you guys. Forgive me. This morning on our main discussion, we are looking at counting our blessings, taking stock of the year. 2025 has come with its own peculiar things. It's been a very interesting year, interesting in so many ways. So much so that when you have conversations, people forget to even look at the bright side of things. We want to see how to face reality, come to terms with reality, count our blessings, and then set goals for 2026, very achievable ones. I'm very glad to have with me in studio this morning Reverend Professor Joseph Osafo. Prof is a man I have greatly admired for a very long time. I'm glad that he's here to talk to us. He's been speaking with us on over Zoom for a while now. Today we have him in studio. Prof is a psychologist. If I want to go through his credentials, maybe it will not end, so I would leave it there. And also the resident minister for the Church of Pentecost East Legon Worship Center. Prof, good morning and thank you for your time.
Good morning.
We're so glad to have you here, sir.
I'm glad to be here as well. ABC News.
Yes, sir.
All the best.
Thank you. Being a resident minister, I can imagine that you have Christmas convention ahead of you.
I mean, I'm beginning tonight.
Okay.
Yes, tonight, tomorrow, next, and then up to Sunday.
Up to Sunday.
Under the theme, Jesus Christ, our hope.
I hope. Oh, yes. That's nice. That's nice. That's
amazing.
Nice. Oh, then we are most grateful that even though you have convention this evening, you are here with us.
So to pull me out this morning, oh my goodness. I was telling Sammy, I said, Sammy, what this morning? Why?
Well, we had to, just before we enter into Christmas. But let me start with Christmas. For a while I've been listening to some conversations. Some people say that we have lost the focus of Christmas. Really, what is the focus for the season?
Well, so over 2,000 years ago, we're told that a group of shepherds were feeding their flocks. And then suddenly they had, angelic visitation. And the declaration was very profound, that today in the city of David is born a child. And if you look at what the angel said, he said, glory to God in the highest and peace amongst men. And so, don't forget that historically, the Jews were expecting a redeemer. They were expecting, if you like, a Messiah. That's the name in the Hebrew, the anointed one. And at the time, they were under the bondage of the Roman Empire. So to be reading about somebody who will come and take you out of the bondage of your oppressors was something we were all looking forward to. So when the angels declared this, they left happy. I mean, finally, there is an Aluta leader here. We're going to have a man who is going to save us, blah, blah. So there was a political anticipation for a leader who was going to be a savior to the Jews. But that was actually God's own way of releasing a savior to the world. So Jesus Christ becomes not just the anticipated political leader for the Jews, but God's own plan for the rest of the world.
Okay.
And this is what Christians mark as Christmas, the birth of Christ. The focus is simply to celebrate and to thank God and to also send a message to those who don't know Christ and who have broken off from God that come back to Jesus. It's a period where we share gifts, we show love, and for Christians, they meet, share the word of God, renew their love for Christ, and then all kinds of messages about the good news that God ever gave to mankind was that God wanted a means of bringing man back into relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you for that, Prof. Now let's look at 2025. This has been a very interesting year.
Very much.
An extremely interesting year. And so For individuals who have gotten to this part of the year, we have barely a week until the year is done. How do you reflect the year so much so that you are not burdened by your reflection?
Right. So let me start off by making this profound statement. One of the ways and means by which I have spoken to people. I have often said to others who may feel down because they feel the year is just running out and I haven't been able to add value to myself. And this is what I often say. I said, there are no perpetually invincible persons or champions in life. In other words, you cannot meet somebody and say, this person has been winning throughout life. Life is undulating.
Okay.
It's about highs and lows. So when you begin to reflect on 2025, don't spend all the time on reflecting on the negativities. What you couldn't do, the mistakes you made, the troubles that came your way, the fight that you had to fight, the insult, the abuses you endured. There are many of us who are very catastrophic in the way we think. And catastrophizing simply means that you are all the time looking at the worst case scenario. Don't do that. When you are reflecting about life, much as you must have room to reflect on where the mistakes are, because sometimes they are pointers to lessons in life, you must also reflect on the positives. Because the positives are also motivators.
Okay.
So that you can keep moving. If you can feed on the negatives all the time, you'll be demotivated. You wouldn't have the energy to go next to deal with some other issues.
But those who say that is just to be on the safer side, they'll rather underthink than to overthink. If I set a target that I'm going to make $1 million and I don't hit it, I may go depressed. And so I'll say, it's just one Ghana cedis I want to make. And so if I make 2 cedis, I did well. And so for some people, I'd rather look at the negative side so that the few positives that will happen will be huge wins for me, rather than shoot for the stars and when I don't even hit the ceiling, then I become morose.
Do you know that if you feed on the negatives, even blood flow to your forebrain, this part of your brain that helps you to think and to plan, is hampered.
Really?
So there are cellular changes even in brain chemistry when you are the type who is all the time thinking negative. What ifs is wrong. Look, there is no redemptive power in thinking negative. That is to say, that if you think that I have to rather think negative so that I can be cautious, it rather goes the other way. The more negative you think, the more negatively dominant your mind becomes. And for your information again, our brain is naturally wired to be negative. So there's what we call the negativity dominance hypothesis. Every human being is wired to be naturally negative. That's how the brain works.
Okay.
So if you are also thinking negative, it's like you are adding petrol
to fire.
You will explode. You will get depressed the more. There must be a reason for you to savor, to say, I have done something. I have made some moves. I haven't achieved all. Remember the question you asked is, I have set a target. Target are propositions, of destinations. They are propositions of a particular place you want to get to. If you don't get there, you sit back and say, why couldn't I get there? Are there some things I can do? Are there other steps I have to take? Are there some things I have to change to be able to make it? Those are the questions you have to ask yourself.
Okay.
But you don't say that, I wanted 1 million, I couldn't get it. I'm stupid, I'm foolish, I'm not wise, I said it. One day I was telling a group of young people I was talking to, as a university professor, occasionally, I've been in university for about 21 years now, teaching them.
Okay.
And sometimes you vigilate students. You have been to MS, so you know what I'm talking about. And invigilation means that you are supervising them to write their exams. Then this gentleman had a paper right in front of him. They said, all right, on your mask, get set, turn the sheet. Then she turned. Then she said, I said I'll fail. I said I'll fail. Didn't I say I'll fail? Look at this kind of question. You know.
Before writing the paper?
Before writing.
Interesting.
He has already declared a failure mentality. And you cannot run away from the very words you use. Words are powerful because they shape your thoughts. They reflect your interiority. They tell us the complications that are going on in you. So that's what the Bible says, that as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you keep on becoming very negative all the time, negative, you will eat the fruit thereof.
You bring in the Bible. Let's speak to the people who believe, who are Christians, who read the Bible, but then also are too cautious and so would rather stay on the fringes rather than step into faith. How do you deal with situations like that, where you're always faced with a situation of your faith dwindling? Sometimes you say, God, help my unbelief, but the unbelief persists.
So I was saying, let me take it from two or three perspectives. The first and foremost is to look at why people's faith may fail. And then I'll also explain something we call faith or spiritual crisis. So you can have, first and foremost, you can have people who don't have belief or faith in God at all. I'll call them spiritual rebels. They don't trust in God, they don't believe in God. Then you have the second group who are believers, who have turned to God, but they are weak in their faith. So they are like babies, they are now growing. Okay. Then you have number three, those who have grown in their faith. So that you have those without faith in God, the rebels, those who have weak faith, those who have faith. You can say that they have mature faith. Then you have the fourth group. They have mature faith. They were part of those who have called mature believers, but circumstances broke them. So, for example, in Matthew 14, Jesus is seen walking on the waters. And you know that human beings don't walk on water. They walk on solid ground.
Right.
So the disciples were afraid. They said, "Ghost, ghost." Then he said, "No, don't be afraid. It's me." Then Peter said, "If it's you, then beckon me to come." He said, "Come." Just as them to come. Peter hopped right onto the face of the waters and began enjoying the trail. Then there is a phrase in there. The Bible said, "But when he saw the winds." So sometimes our faith fails because of the circumstances. When he saw the winds, the storms. So you are unwell, and then you heard what the doctor said. You are building a house, you check your account, you don't have the money. They bring the bill, you say, wow. So circumstances can break your faith. Now, so that's what we call spiritual crisis. Spiritual crisis is what you know about God. God is all good, God is all powerful, God can heal, God can break the door, he's a door opener, he's blah, 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 all the positives. And yet, on the other side of your experience, God is a door opener, and yet the door is shut. God is a healer, and yet you are sick. God can give you money, and yet you are broke. He can make dry bones come alive, and yet you are dry up. You can see that things are. Then you have what they call spiritual crisis. Your faith in God clashes with your experience, and it can break you mentally. The Bible says, "Be anxious for nothing." Now, you can be cautious in life, but you're not anxious. To be cautious simply means that you simply are taking your steps one day at a time. You are not in a rush. You are not breaking down. You are very much aware of the challenges, the difficulties that are coming, but you are carefully taking steps one day at a time. That is caution.
How do I work like that? Taking it one day at a time. You know, as human beings, we can be very anticipatory. We want everything to happen. So when you tell me that take one thing at a time, it's going to be difficult. And Prof, we'll be joined on the conversation by Apostle Samuel Adukwame of the Pneumatic Pinnacle Network Global. He join us so that we continue the conversation. But Prof, like I was saying, how do I take things one day at a time? Because this is me. You tell me to have a long-term plan, a short-term plan. A person who refuses to plan is a person who is planning to fail. And now I'm reminded to take it one day at a time. How do I succeed like that?
So, sorry. Don't forget again that life flows on the wavelength of value addition. You keep on adding value to yourself, right? Now, when we tell you to take life one day at a time, just understand it in about 3 or 4 ways. Number one, that be patient and allow things to flow. There are some things that you can control. Some things are within the purview of your ability, so you can control them. There are others that are beyond your ability to control. Allow them to flow. For example, your boss tells you that I can't pay you on 25th or before 25th.
And you have children to take care of.
Yes, he says, I can't pay you. Will you go and steal? No. Relax. It's not within your control. Allow things to flow. What you can control, control. What you cannot control, don't control it. All right? The second, so that's say, be patient. The other thing is that, please do not look at your life and measure its relevance in terms of the speed with which you are performing. So, for example, somebody says that, in 3 days I did this, in 4 days. That's not about life. Life is not about how fast you're performing. Life is about whether what you are doing will last. It's about sustainability. It's about, okay, you achieved this. How long is this lasting? It's not lasting. This just happened. I did that. Go and listen to these same people 5 years ago. And you can see that whatever they achieved did not work. So allow things. The other thing, which is when we tell you that you must take one day at a time, is that every day and the events that roll out. Some days may not be good for you. And you must understand in life that a danger today or a failure today is not an announcement of perpetual failures in the future. So today I failed, and then you think that because I failed today, I'm failing the rest of life. That's not true. And there are people like that who think that I failed today and I know that I'm a failure. Who said so? Who said to you that a single negative experience in life is a destined determination of your future? Who said so? Who said so? I mean, today, Joseph was experiencing subliminal hostility. The next time, he found himself in a waterless cistern. The next time, he found himself in the house of Pharaoh. But the next time, he found himself in prison. And so you can see that things are. The next time you read, we are told that he's the vice regent of Egypt.
But Prof, after the break, I won't take a break. When I come, we'll look at that, because maybe Joseph had a certain spirit. Maybe he was just so strong. That's why he didn't break.
Really?
What about ABENA? Subliminal hostility, cistern, in Potiphar's house, in prison. Maybe I will not get to prison and I'll be.
Do you know what Warren Buffett went through before he became? Warren Buffett broke through beyond age 60.
Well,
so how about that? That's an old man.
Okay, well, after the break, we will look at that. And I have with me Professor Joseph Osafo and also Apostle Kwame. We will look at this because The 2025 is not easy. Oh. Even my boys in the studio have been saying that Charlie 2025 has been tough. Viewers, after the break, we'll bring you more conversation. Stay with us.
Rent back with the Pia Upa. Come on, come see you. Wait, this guy. My friend, see before.
It's the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Win cash daily, weekly, and a grand prize of 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Just reload or buy a bundle with Telecel Cash to earn points and stand a chance to win big. Dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to obtain and start winning in the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
When is campaign? If you're a baby, many schedule no. If you know, meto etiaka. Inti ene, uno ba no mpe baby amobeda. Oh, no abeka. You did too much money. No matter.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Imagine a sport without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your chief data guy on the Talking Point. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
You're still watching ABC in the morning. Today's conversation, reviewing 2025 and planning for the future. Reverend Professor Joseph Osafo is a psychologist and the resident minister for the Church of Pentecost East Legon Worship Center. And also have with me Apostle Samuel Adukwame of the Pneumatic Pinnacle Network Global. He's not spoken yet. I'll give him the opportunity so that we can also hear his voice. But so far, Prof has been telling us that we shouldn't give up. Given Joseph as an example, but like I was saying, maybe I may not be Joseph, I may not be able to get to that point, and I'll break. Pastor Kwame, let me come to you. Not giving up. Young people are looking forward to achieving something.
Yeah.
In this age, unlike for my mother, my father's time, where they completed school and maybe it was easy for them to get jobs. People have completed school for 5 years. There's no job. Someone has been deeply broken by a situation that they did not think it would break them. How do you tell me that I shouldn't give up?
I think I will also continue where the man of God stops. And indeed, you must not give up. You must not give up. You know, the Bible says that they that wait upon the Lord, you know, they shall renew their strength. So in terms of pursuing destiny, pursuing purpose, actualizing what you want to see or what your purpose is all about, you must not give up. And you don't give up based on your strength. Or let me say that in order for you to fulfill purpose or to actualize what God has spoken to you, or get to the destination you want to get to, you must learn to be connected to God. Yes, the Bible says, "They that wait upon the Lord, they shall renew their strength." So strength to fulfill destiny does not come from the east, it does not come from the west, it does not come by the encouragement of your friends, but by staying with God, being connected to God, and encouraging yourself with the word of God. Yeah, encouraging yourself with the word of God. So there are some people that they've been unemployed for several years, and it's so appalling. But one thing I want to encourage the people, the youth in Ghana, is that I tell people that the government does not have a responsibility to provide you any job. No. So it's about focusing on what identifying what you want to do, your purpose in life, and being connected to God for strength, because the Bible said that by the arm of flesh no man can prevail. So be connected to God, have a relationship with God, because he's the one that have sent you upon the face of the earth to establish his will for this place called earth. And he's the only one that will give you the strength to be able to fulfill that. Yes, so stay connected to God.
Stay connected.
Yeah.
Prof, let me come back to you again. I'm broken. I'm looking for a job. I'm not getting the job. I'm dating a woman. I'm dating a man. I'm a man dating a woman. I'm a woman dating a man. We planned that we are going to get married. Everything is in place. The next thing I know, I can't marry you anymore. I made all my plans with you. This 2025, the year was supposed to end with us getting married. And then you just broken my heart like that. Everything is not coming together. And then you tell me that, Abena, wait on God. Abena, don't give up. Is that not a cause to give up, Prof?
What else would you do?
What can I do?
Exactly. So you look for the options. Being alive is an opportunity to get things right again. So the opportunity to be alive offers you another chance to get things right. Every morning when you wake up and you're alive, tell yourself, I can get things right. And remember that God did not create anybody to be experiencing the lowest of the lowest in life. It's just human systems that have made life this way. And people are just craving for more, and others are lacking. The lack of injustices in our systems. And that's why sometimes I want to tell young people and everyone that put yourself together. The greatest weapon you have is here. Your mindset, the aggregation of your emotions, your thoughts, your will, your desires, that's your mindset. If your mind is completely warped up, completely destroyed in terms of the way you look at issues, and you're thinking, I can't make it, like I'm saying, if that becomes like a chorus for you in your mind all the time, I can't make it, I can tell you that nothing determines a man's destiny than the way he thinks. So your thought that I can't make it, indeed you can make it.
Yeah.
I have come across young people who would tell me, my uncle didn't help me, especially the accounts. And he may offer. And I have asked them, what is your own role in your own life?
Okay.
Right? What is your own role? There is a role in your own life that you must play. Your uncle cannot play. Your uncle can say, I'll pay the fees for you. Yours is to learn. He paid the fees. You did not learn. And today you are telling me that your uncle, my uncle. I met a young man who had failed mathematics 4 times. I went to speak to young people on how to write exams and pass. Then he says, sir, I have written 4 times. This is my 5th time and I keep failing. I said, in fact, the person paying your fees is really doing well. I told him, I said, I have given up on you.
You would have.
What's wrong with you? Set up. It's your own role. The person keeps investing money and you keep messing up.
Yeah.
So I gave it to him hard, and I told him a few principles. I said, I'll be checking up on you regularly. I'll check up every week. I think 5 weeks into the exams. And he wrote it. He got an A.
He did.
And I said, you have not proven to me that you are becoming responsible for your life. Listen, and for everybody watching us, there is an extent to which whoever is investing in your life will get tired.
Oh.
If you don't take over from where they are investing into. When I invest in your life with this cup of tea, that's my investment. I'm expecting that you will take over. This is a coffee. The next time you should make it, use it for water, use it for some maybe other tea and whatever. If you don't, that's it. That's my investment. God has invested in us hugely. There is no mechanism by your nostril to measure the quantum of air you take in. It's an investment. You wake up in the morning, you can walk. It's an investment. Your mind is working. It's an investment. You can eat. You can digest. You can go to the loo. You can. This all of us. This are investment. They make you a human being, meaning that a human who is alive and being is doing something. You resign yourself to fate and say, "Well, hold on, come. I don't care. You will care." So people must be responsible. It's part of knowing what to do in life. Responsibility. What is your own role in your own life?
What is your own role? Apostle Kwame, you're building a ministry.
Yeah.
And so you are relatively younger in ministry than
exactly
than prophets. I can imagine the tiring nature it is.
Yeah.
How do you stay focused? And I'll use that to as a yard for people who are trying to build something in life, and you go one step forward and it looks like you are taking about 3 steps backwards. How do you stay the course so that you can see that future that God has planned for you?
How do I stay focused? Okay, I think one thing that I do personally is that each and every day I have a specific time that I sit behind my desk and I begin to think about view my destiny, my ending, my future, the purpose, and the impact I will make upon the face of the earth. These people that God has surrounded me with, I can't fail them. You know, the first thing, I can't fail God. The second thing, I can't fail the people that God has given to me. So when I view the impacts and the life that God has handed over to me, I can't disappoint God. I can't disappoint myself. I can't disappoint those who have made investment in me. You see, so those things are, platform to encourage myself. I encourage myself with the word of God as well. So the Bible says that things may be tough, at the beginning. The Bible says, I think it was David that spoke and said that I have been young, I have been old, I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. So there is hope. As far as you are following God's principles and his protocols for your life, there is always, it might be slow, but always sure. Shortcut will always cut you short. So you must encourage yourself by visualizing, where you want to be. You always have to see it. It have to be an encouragement to you. And look at the people around you. Look at the family you are coming from. Man, you got to stand up. Yeah, seriously, you cannot give up at all. So this is one thing that I do. Yeah.
You have to stand up.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Prof. This year has been one that has been marked with losses. We started the year, Kantamanto got burnt. People lost a lot of money in capital. The wailing was just so much. And you go back to Kantamanto and it's like nothing happened at the beginning of the year. The market people have gone back to working like there's no tomorrow. And so when you look at the losses people have made, it could be monetary, it could be with regards to the property they had, it could be the loss of family. For somebody, the person that gives them joy is gone. And they do not see a future without that person. A mother, a father, a child. Just a few days ago, a family of 6 perished in fire.
Wow.
Yes, in Kumasi. And sometimes you even fear to say God knows why, because it seems to be very inconsiderate. How do you deal with loss in situations like these?
Let me start off by organizing my thoughts on two things. One is that the productive power of continuity in life cannot be underrated. That is to say that life flows is continuous, and it has a productive power. So let's say this is one stage, and this is where the loss occurred, but the rest of the flow of life you have no idea of. So if you thought that you will stop at just this particular event that was so painful, you have no idea of all the productive times, seasons ahead of you. So I repeat that the productive power of continuity cannot be underrated. Having said that, for anybody who has gone through a pain, a worry, a trouble, and is going through grieving, there are a few things that you have to learn. First and foremost is to accept that the kind of life we are in, the kind of universe we are in, is not a perfect universe. Please, nobody should expect that perfect things will happen. It doesn't happen like that.
Not at all.
Have a space in your mind to entertain dangers. Have a room. I mean, organize your thoughts such that there's a room that something can happen. Job says, although he slays me, yet will I trust him. Right? So have a space there that if the worst comes, I still trust my God. There are people I call who have what I call a virgin's mentality. A virgin's mindset is a mindset that has not been tested, that has not been shaped and shaken. So the person feels like, oh, life is cool, everything should be fine. It's not like that. Things can challenge you. And when they come your way, please have a space for it. It's part of being a human. That's the first thing. And in my work for the past 25 years working as a psychologist, people I have met and taken them through therapy, those who have really done well are those who have this kind of mindset. That yes, there are dangers, there are challenges. I have gone through and I'm going through, but I'll get better. So the first is have at the back of your mind that there are difficulties. The second thing is that please have what I call recovery instincts. Check your body. If your body is functioning well, every sore on your skin heals. It may heal, but may leave a scar. So at least just to remind you that something happened to you. Sometimes you look at yourself and say, wow, I was showing my legs to my son. He said, Daddy, what happened? I said, I remember this when I was like you. This one when I was like your brother, when I was like your sister. I went through there and he'd be smiling. And I tell them that today, because I'm sharing this with you, I'm careful that you don't get yourself into this. So they have become lesson points for me.
Wow.
So you can recover. Please. Don't think that one thing happened to you and so that is it. You can recover. And I can tell you that get up. So if you're already brooding over the pain, please get up, wash your face, brush your teeth, walk out, enjoy the sun, and tell yourself, I can recover. Humanity is given a mechanism to recover. We can go through the worst, but we have always recovered. That's the second point. The third point is about the power of connection, relationship. If you hate everyone, everyone will hate you. If you fight everyone, everybody will fight you. If you love everyone, some will not love you, but some will love you. That's the power of love. I have heard people telling me that people are the same. It's a lie. I have been betrayed, but there are those I have loved who have loved me back. So people will not betray you all the time. Yeah, Judas betrayed Jesus, but not all of them betrayed Jesus. So there will be some Judases in your life here and there. Relate well with people. When you need help, call on them. Your pastors are there, your church members are there, your friends are there. Call on them, please, I need help. Please help me out. I'm breaking down. A word from them can hold you. And finally, fourth, is that sometimes get up and savor up. Just walk around, stretch a little bit. You can walk in the garden, look at the flowers, look at the petals, enjoy nature. They send messages that life still flows even when you are feeling.
Life still flows even when you're feeling. Apostle Kwame, as a young person, I'm entering into 2026. I've come to understand that yesterday is gone, another day has come. I want a renewed focus for 2026.
Yeah.
How do I begin to put myself together so that I can appreciate 2026? So that I do not become that person who says that, oh, everybody's like that, and so every year is like that. The way the year has been,
and then I will be mindset that that's a very big mistake. So, let me say, casualize things that have happened to you that they are normal. Things that happens to men are not normal. Yeah, things that happen to men are not normal. So how do you visualize the next year? One guy's also the way at 2025 in Akwana, and you see the way when you measure your progress and you measure your upliftment and where you are compared to how you started, it should be an encouragement for an improvement. I think you are a human being. You need to love. I don't think there are human beings that do not love progress or advancement. So it must encourage you. It must psych your mind that you have to grow. I mean, you are growing. You are 27 years old, 30 years old, living in your mother's house, boy. You see, it has to be an encouragement to you to move on. You see that, yes, you are a young lady. You are growing. You don't have any business. Nothing is moving. You are unemployed. You are sitting at home. It should be an encouragement to you to review the next year and make plans, and to talk about that. One of the things that I'm going to mention that I think is going to help people, especially the youth, is time management. Yes, the youth of Ghana must have it in their consciousness that time must be treated as an asset, as a strategic asset for fulfillment of purpose. There are some people that they waste their time. The man of God spoke about association. The people that you associate with, plays a very strong role in the fulfillment of your destiny. I'm a man of God, I'm a pastor, and I am connected to a lot of pastors by reason of where I'm going. People make friends, they take friends anyhow. You are, maybe there is a calling upon your life. God wants you to be a prophet. God wants you to be an apostle, a pastor somewhere. You are supposed to find yourself in such circles, and for them to, input. The Bible says that iron sharpeneth iron. And show me your friend too, and I'll show you your character. You see that? So you must surround yourself. You must treat time as an asset, and be very conscious of the people that you associate yourself with. Saul was a king, but he found himself in the midst of prophet, and the Bible says that he began to prophesy. Your association determines your ascension or your progress. So it's very, very, very key. Yeah. So I think one of the ways that will advantage the youth is strategizing time and association. Yes. Yeah.
Perfect. Let me now come to your field as a psychologist. I mean, more often than not, we fear to approach psychologists. We have issue, you tell somebody, have you thought of going for therapy? You say, oh no, I don't want to go for therapy. What is that? I'm not mad. That's the first thing we say. And then we feel it's a weakness sharing our issues. And so how do you take advantage of professionals like yourself so that we do not burden ourselves in situations that we have no control over?
So the struggles we go through in life, a little bit of knowledge on how to manage them is in the hands of somebody who is trained. If you believe that your body is giving up because you are sick and is being ravaged by some kind of pathogen, and I'm talking about viruses, I'm talking about bacteria, I'm talking about parasites, and so for that reason you go and see the doctor to attend to you. In the same way, we also have people who are trained on how to help you calibrate your emotions and your thoughts very well. And these are counselors, these are psychologists, these are psychiatrists. Just feel free. The challenge we have in Ghana is the stigma. There's a difference between mental wellness or mental health and mental illness. Mental illness simply means that you have had a diagnosable mental condition for which maybe a psychiatrist or psychologist is helping you address. But your mental wellness is just like today you get up and you say, I feel a bit down, I feel a bit sick, I don't know, I'm not feeling too well. It's a condition, a situation of not feeling well in terms of your emotions and your thoughts. And you can talk to somebody who is trained to just help you. A little bit of just points here and there, nuggets here and there, and you see that, I haven't seen this, I haven't heard about this. Let me just read, let me just apply these principles. So please look for a counselor at where you live. These days we have counselors and psychologists in most of the hospitals in Accra.
Okay.
All the public hospitals. You have some Legon Hospital, Kolibu Hospital, Teaching Hospital, Tetsi Military Hospital, Ridge Hospital, almost all the hospitals in Accra. And then we have individuals who are also into private practice. You can also call them. Please make sure that when you need help, you don't only think that, that the help I need must come from a ritualist, as some people are consulting ritualists because they feel that they have the answers. Talk to counselors, talk to psychologists who will help you. The final point I'll make on this is that sometimes people feel like it's very expensive when you go there. It's not true. In fact, if you look at our charges compared to what you pay when you go and see a physician, it's almost like 4 times. Ours like just a quarter of that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very cheap to access in the West. In the West, I mean, talking about the US and the Europe, if you have to see a psychologist, it's rather expensive than seeing a GP.
Okay.
Yeah, very expensive there. But here it's cheaper. It's a way of encouraging people to consult psychologists and mental health practitioners.
Does our culture play an adverse role?
Of course, because for most Ghanaians in our studies and research, every challenge is driven by a diabolical manipulation. There's a demon at work. Every difficulty I face in life, somebody is doing me. Every negative thing that happen, fatalism, what can come. These are the thoughts. So it's a problem in people appreciating that, look, I need to speak. I met a young man who has lost, he had lost the fifth, either the third or the fourth or the fifth jaw. He kept losing jaws. And then I asked him, let's talk. What happened? After describing what led to the loss of these jaws, I knew the answer. So I said, okay, this is not a demon. It's your own attitude. He had an anger problem. And he didn't know how to talk when he's angry. So every word that came to his mind came out of every space and every opening, either the nose or mouth or anywhere. He will just blast you. And if you blast me as your boss, I will sack you. That's a fact. I pay you. You can't talk to me anyhow. If I want to find out why you didn't get this and done at the right time, and then you rather go down green, I would fire you. Because my thinking is that I can't trust you with the responsibility I've given you. So I said, no, come over. So he came, and I took him through emotional intelligence, how to be emotionally intelligent and manage yourself and anger. Today he's secured a job, and he's in it for the past 4 years. He hasn't lost
that's
it.
nice.
So he's doing better. He didn't pray. There was no fasting. And that is not, I'm a pastor. That is not to underrate their fasting and prayer are bad. They are not bad at all. They are very good. But if you fast and pray, and then you add wisdom, the Bible says wisdom is the principal thing. And wisdom is the application of knowledge. Knowledge is the accumulation of the right information. So you have accumulated information. You went to school, bits of data, information, and then you aggregated knowledge. But knowledge sits still. until it begins to be engaged. That is when wisdom kicks in.
Okay.
And you are not wise. How do we help you? So please tell all the young men who are watching us and the young women, please behave yourself.
You will do
well. You will do well. 2026 is for you. You will conquer every giant. Just think well. That's all.
Well, since 2026 is ours, Prof, how do we set our goals? How do we make sure that we plan and we get it? Some people say that now it has become fashion that we set New Year resolutions. New Year, new me. Oh, 2025, I'm like this, but at the end of the day, it's like we went back to the whole thing. So how are we going to set our goals and achieve them, Prof?
I will mention 2 or 3 and then maybe leave the rest for my brother to also continue. So, first and foremost, what do you want? If you can define your desire, setting your goal is easier.
Okay.
So, for some of us, 2026 for me is a continuity. There was something I started off in 2024. I could not complete in 2025. And I'm giving myself the half of 2026 to complete. So a continuity. So I already know what I have said. So first define your focus, your target. What is your target? I want to go to school. I want to marry. I want to build a house. I want to get a job. Define it clearly. The second thing is that see where you can mobilize your resources. If you want to go to school, do you have the money to pay the fees? Where can you get your resources? Look around. Every decision you take must not be done in a vacuum. Think about where the resources will come from. I met a young man who wanted to marry, and he said, I want to marry. I said, okay, let's sit down. What do you have? What savings? Oh, no savings. Faith. I said, hey, stop that.
Oh, he just stop that?
No, it's stop that.
Bible says that it's not good for the man to be alone.
I'll tell you why. You don't have to. You see, the problem about acting on practical terms and not applying wisdom, but rather deploying faith is what I'm going to tell you. It's dangerous.
Okay.
If you want to achieve something practical, faith must be the base. But action must be the public manifestation of what you're doing. You can't say that I want to build a house. You don't have a land. You haven't even been paying for a land. First and foremost, by faith as the base, go and see a land that somebody is selling. Say, I want to buy it. That is the base. How much? This is going for, all right, I have less than 20,000, please take it. And then that's faith. Then you're working to act the rest. And I've met a lot of young people who get disillusioned by this. Oh, you know, my faith. I said, no, my faith doesn't work like that. So that kind of wrong faith, I believe God, and then they get disillusioned. Take a step, work at it, go and check the results. That's for me. That's what faith should be. So faith must operate sometimes with some level of wisdom. I can tell you, somebody says that, oh, I'm sick, but by faith I'm not taking the medicine, and the person died. Is that faith? This is a breast cancer. She died. I knew the person. She died. She said she won't take the medicine. Every attempt to convince her that, listen, God is with you, take your. But he said, no, God will heal me. Maybe today she's blessed. She died and left her kids. So identify the issue, define the problem, mobilize your resources. The next point is that please brace up for challenges. Don't tell me that you set up your resolution and then make room for shake-ups. There will be shake-ups. Some things will not go the way you are expecting, and don't be surprised. Some wind will blow you, slap your face more. Just dress up, polish your face a little bit, and then move on. Because it's going to happen. I was expecting some things 2024, and I got the worst. And then I told my peer, I said, no problem, let's move on. But going forward, I saw that other things came my way. And when you look back, you say, wow, it's incredible. Okay? So please make room for that. The other point, which is very important, which is what Apostle mentioned, is the ability to judiciously, and I'm choosing my words carefully, judiciously use time. Use your time well. Because you see, everything you are anticipating to receive in life is locked up in the belly of time. You want to achieve this, achieve that. Time is flowing. It waits for no person. It is no respecter of any person. It doesn't respect the bishop, the apostle, the archbishop. It doesn't respect anybody. It is only God who lives beyond time. We live in time. So He's eternal, beyond time. We are eternal. We are living in time. So if you mismanage your time, you get up in the morning, procrastination. I will do it tomorrow. Oh, today, let me watch latest number, and then you just stretch. Oh, me, I'm tired.
But you can watch Netflix for a very long time.
And you can watch and watch and watch. Anyway, these are my points. I like my friends just go.
Okay, so to add to that, I would say that have a mentor over you. Have a mentor, or should I say, maybe in a Christian, I'll say spiritual father, or maybe a mentor, and put somebody that you have to be accountable to. Because some of us are very lazy. That there need to be somebody that calls you and tells you, okay, you told me that you're going to do this. So, one thing, in this year, I have a gathering for my leaders. You are going to give an accountability of what you are going to do next year to me. Yes, we have a date where we meet that you have to tell me whatever you want to do. And I'm going to be calling you to check up.
So if I have not done it, what happens to me?
Oh, well, I will talk to you. I'll open your eyes to see the disadvantages of what you are doing.
Okay.
Exactly. So, you need to have somebody you are accountable to. You need to be a You need somebody to be accountable to. Somebody to call you to order. Somebody who can rebuke you. Somebody who can correct you. You see, and and one more thing is that walk or pursue your goals by faith, and as the man of God is saying, apply wisdom as well, because God has not given us the spirit of fear. There are some people that, like as the man of God was saying, there are people who want to marry. I know a couple who have been dating for years now, and it's appalling, for several years, over 5 years. And when I'm talking to the guy, all I'm seeing is fear. Yeah, like, and the thing is that fear of marriage, that even is cannot ebeba. Sometimes you just have to be bold and take a step. For example, let me in the book of Joshua chapter 3, the verse number 13, the Bible spoke about how the Israelites, they were on their way to overtake a certain nation called the Jericho. Yeah, they got to the river Jordan. And the river Jordan is like a blockade. It is standing between them and their destination. But God spoke to Joshua and said that tell the people bearing the ark of the covenant to put their feet in the water, and the water will part into two. So the moment they stepped in the water parted. The Bible said that it became an heap. You see that? So sometimes when you define, as the man was saying, if you define what you want to, what God wants you to do, and you have to be bold to take a step. The people bearing the ark of the covenant took a step. Their feet stepped into the river Jordan, and it parted into two. And you see, that is a call to obedience. You see, you may not have all the risk. You see, if you are waiting for, there are some people that, man of God, there are some people that are waiting to accumulate almost like 100,000 Ghana cedis before they start their process. When I decided to marry, I was expelled from my workplace. My landlord increased my rent unreasonably.
Now that you wanted to marry.
Now that I wanted to marry. And yes, I'm crying about me, but I didn't give up. I didn't throw in the towel.
You didn't see it as a test from God?
It's a test. Well, it's a test. It is proving my courage and my faith. You see that? And to even the woman, if you give up, it was, as a man, it will speak a certain way. You are not man enough. You have to man up. So live by faith. Don't live by fear. Be bold and take steps. If you want to get married, as a man, be bold. Go to the house, take the list. And there's a saying that heavens help those who help themselves. If you don't help yourself, God has his role to play and you have your role to play. So if you don't perform your role, I tell people that God does not work for people. God works with people. So if you don't fulfill your role, God is not your servant. He's not going to help you. You have to take a step. And the moment you take, you take a step, I believe that resources will move from the left and the right and to gravitate towards you. Yeah.
Be bold.
Be bold.
Take a step.
Yes.
Don't give up.
Don't fear.
Don't fear.
If you try something.
You will try something. Well, we are getting to the end of the year. Are there any programs that you are holding at Pneumatic?
Okay, so we did one on the 20. I think. Yeah, we did one. So we are just waiting for next year, January. Yes, okay. We'll be holding our burdens. Yes. And other programs will be following as well, and the shift experience. Yeah, so we are preparing for next year.
All right.
But currently, we are done with what we'll be doing for the year.
For this year,
exactly.
Okay. Well, we are glad that you came, Prof. You say you start convention this evening.
We start this evening. We are ending on the 28th, which is Sunday.
Sunday,
right? Yeah. And so our theme is Jesus Christ, our hope, and we are inviting you. Our place is East Legon Worship Center. It's a ministry of the Church of Pentecost located at Achampon Junction, East Legon. It's right behind Papa's Pizza. Okay. So come over in the mornings. This evening we are starting at 6 o'clock. We end at 8 p.m. 2-hour service. And then the morning sessions, same 3-hour service, which is 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes.
What about 31st?
That is a special time.
Okay.
We will have 31st of December, as we often all the time have at the same branch. If you don't come on time, you may not get a seat. As you know, when it's 31st, everybody comes to church. So we are inviting you. Come over, let's pray and enter into 2026. The Lord is with you, and for every challenge that comes your way, He will grant you grace, and you will crush it in 2026.
I really enjoyed today's conversation. Like I mentioned when we were starting, I was looking forward to today's conversation. I personalized it that I was going to learn a lot, and I'm so glad that I've had this conversation with you, Apostle Samola Dukwame, Pneumatic Pinnacle Network Global. Oh, in Germany, invite us so that you come and see what you have.
To see you, Pa.
Okay, Apostle, thank you. Prof, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, we send our regards to East Legon Worship Center.
Yes,
L-Walk. You said that's where Christ lives.
Where God walks and works. Thank you.
Interesting. Where God walks and works. Viewers, you had a very great conversation today. If you're just joining us, you're very lucky, you're very blessed. We have been streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. You can find all of the conversations there, taking stock of the year and planning ahead for 2026. One of the things I've learned is that we should have a mentality that knows that even when the challenges come, even when we are struck down, we can rise and make the most of it. My producer says that be bold and take a step. Sammy, I'm going to get married this year. That's why you are being bold and taking a step. You have to marry. Did you hear that? Apostle says if I want to give it to you, maybe Prof will come and bless your marriage. That's all our conversation this morning. We'll take a break. When we return, I'll open the phone lines for you. You call and share a few thoughts with us, and then we'll bring you the latest in the world of sports. James Ohimba Makion and the team will bring us all of the latest in the world of sports. Don't go anywhere.
Artists blowing up, moments going crazy on the timeline. Don't worry, we've got you.
We pull the highlights, the dates, the event, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Winning, easy. You know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut, and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
Magic pepper and onion, a delicious tomato mix with tomato, pepper and onion. No grinding, no blending. Ya yenini na da da da. So pa mediane no aben.
Come on, Gino, do your magic.
And papa no kuno abefi.
Tasty magic.
Gino Magic Pepper and Onion. The magic that brings them home.
This advert is FDA approved.
Rent back with the beer open. Come on, let me see you. Wait, this guy. My friend, see before.
It's the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Win cash daily, weekly, and a grand prize of 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Just reload or buy a bundle with Telecel Cash to earn points and stand a chance to win big. Dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in and start winning in the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
When is campaign? If you're a baby, many schedule no. If you know, meto chiaka. Inti ene, uno banu mumpe baby amubeda. Oh, no abeka. You did too much money. No matter.
Telecel, connecting energies.
It's been a great conversation. Now let's hear what you have to say. And what are you planning for 2025? How are you taking stock of the year? So much has happened this year. What are you grateful for? You can call and share your thoughts with us. 053-916-1609. 053-916-1609. Call us and share your thoughts with us. I'd love so much to hear from you. How do you overcome all of your challenges, and how do you get better yourself as a person? You can call and share your thoughts with us. So much has happened this year. This year has been a lot. And every day is a day where you decide to make the most of it. Like I told you when we're beginning the show, I decided to look at the cup half full rather than half empty. And so I wake up and then I decide that it has to be optimism. Pessimism has no place in my life because it takes a lot to be pessimistic. Actually, it drains your energy and all. I've learned so much. But we are going into 2026. How bold are you going to be? As for my producer, it seems he has defined how he's going to be bold. When we finish the show and I go into the issue, I'm going to ask everybody how bold they are going to be. But as we're having the conversation, the way I was listening to them in my ear, watching their faces, it looks like people have been transformed to take some very serious and important decisions in 2026. Someone like Romeo, maybe he'll give us a certain invitation to something big that he's doing, and we'll be glad he'll be opening that big shop that he's always talked about, and we'll be there to support him. Well, how old are you going to be in 2026? How are you planning? Today's 24th. We have only about 7 days and we are in the new year. How quickly the year has come. Because for me, I think it was just yesterday that it was 2025, the beginning, 1st January, and already it is 24th of December 2025. Indeed, Ebenezer, how far the Lord has brought us. Indeed, indeed, indeed. And as people are holding conventions here and they're going to church, on Sunday, I cannot imagine the kind of praise that people will be giving to God when they step in church. It's going to be some very awesome time of praise. But in your 2026 and all of your dealings, how are you planning? What are you doing? What is your plan for the year? How bold are you going to be? Have you been encouraged to do more than you would have done? I really hope that you have been encouraged. I hope that your faith has not been shaken. Even if it has been shaken for the better. You've become a better person for it. Only that way are we going to grow as a people and get better and better and better. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, my caller is not.
I'm calling from Owanjo.
Hello, you're calling from?
Morning.
And if you're listening to me through the TV, kindly turn the volume down so I can hear you. Omanjo, what is your name, please?
Right.
Hello. Okay, let's hear you.
My name is Bruce. I wish you all a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. We also wish you a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. How are you celebrating it? Oh, I've lost the caller. You can call and share your thoughts. I'll be glad to hear from you. Teacher Kuji Tepeminetsu says, happy birthday to Austin Wood Entry, a student at Tepa Eminesusu MA Primary School. Wishing you a day filled with love, good food, and laughter. Indeed, Teacher Kujo, indeed. That's for your birthday. You need good food. So, Austin Wood Entry, happy birthday to you. This is coming from Teacher Kujo Tepa Eminesusu. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Justice, calling from Lai.
Justice, thank you for calling. Merry Christmas in advance.
Thank you, and same to you, Abena.
Thank you. Let's hear what you have to say, Justice.
Today's morning show was really incredible, and I'm so blessed by the man of God. Yeah. I feel like the year is ending, things are not working. I feel like giving up, but they have the hope, and I hope that I'll make some changes in my mind, though.
Wonderful. I'm glad.
I'll take some bold steps too.
You take some bold steps, huh? Justice, yes, what will be that bold step for you?
If I say it, you don't believe it, so let me believe it.
Okay, I'm praying with you, and I'm rooting for you that your bold steps will yield some very great results.
Maybe the bold step might be you, so who knows?
Thank you for calling 0539161609 call us and share your thoughts with us. We'll be glad to hear from you. If you have any Merry Christmas wish, please do your call and wish them. The year is coming to an end. You want to send some good messages, good vibes to the people that have made the year a great one. For me, if I start, I will not end now. If I start, I won't end now at all. And so everybody who's been a blessing to me, I cannot wish you a Merry Christmas enough. I cannot thank you enough. I can't say God bless you enough. Thank you so much. Thank you for making 2025 an amazing year, for adding up to an amazing year for me. I really, really appreciate you. 053. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name and where are you calling from, sir?
My name is Ebenezer. I'm calling from Community 16.
Okay, Ebenezer, thank you for calling. Please share your thoughts with us.
Okay, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, you and your station.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too.
Okay, can I take this opportunity to wish my family Merry Christmas?
Okay, please go ahead.
A Merry Christmas to me, myself, Ebenezer Aninya, Samuel Aninya, Ernest Aninya, Henry Aninya, Fortune Aninya, Nana Aninya, and my wife, Efia Asadia Aninya. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Merry Christmas to your entire family. We hope the Christmas is amazing for you and your family, Ebenezer. Enjoy it. 053-916-1609, 053-916-1609. Call, take the opportunity to wish your family a Merry Christmas. But let me tell you that we'll bring you a very great show tomorrow. You don't want to miss out on it at all. We'll bring you a special Christmas ABC in the morning. Because of you, we will be here. Give you a very special program, and you don't want to miss out on that at all. You get all of the opportunity to send the best of wishes to your friends, to your family, to your loved ones, the people who have made the year an amazing one for you. So be logged in here on ABC News GH as we bring you so much that you would love. Now let me bring you some happy hour, and then after that we'll bring you the latest in the world of sports. Don't go anywhere. Happy hour is the opportunity that you get to send your best wishes to your friends, your family, your loved ones. How do you do that? You just get into our DMs. You slide into our DMs, send us a message, add the picture of the person if you would love to, and we will celebrate them on your behalf. This is a happy birthday. No, sorry, beg your pardon. This is congratulations to Titi Dora, and this is coming from Irene. This is what Irene says. Cheers on your birthday. You are one step closer to adulthood. Wishing you a day filled with happiness and a year filled with joy. God bless you. So Titi Dora, congrats and cheers on your birthdays. Indeed, your happy birthday. So happy birthday to you, Titi Dora. This is also a happy birthday going to Frederick Gayo, and this is coming from your friends, Frederick. Happy birthday, Gayo. As you turn another age today, I ask for God's favor and blessings upon your life. May the joy you bring to all never depart from you. Stay blessed, Gayo. So Frederick Gayo, from all your friends, a happy birthday. And to Papaya Okujo from Peggy, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Papaya. On this special day, I pray God's manifold blessings upon your life. May He strengthen you as you work in His vineyard and make you a blessing to your family. Enjoy your day. And so Papaya Okujo, Peggy says, happy birthday, happy birthday, and enjoy your day. All of you celebrating a happy birthday to you. We celebrate you, Christmas babies. God bless you and bless you and bless you. Well, if I have no callers, let us bring you the latest in the world of sports. I've been itching to find out how the games that were played yesterday in the AFCON went. If my country is not playing, let me live through the countries that went to AFCON. So we'll bring you the latest in the world of sports after this short break.
Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes. He just needs to share his codes and make money. The more his codes are used, the more money he makes. Oh yes, so what are you waiting for? Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make money. Bet Influencer, another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of